Hi, this is Mike at WinCNC, and I'm going to talk about the setup screen for WinStair, our stair stringer software. Click on Setup. The first thing you got to do is create a material. Right now I don't have any defined, so I've got to do that first. I'm just going to name it 1x10. I'm going to set the width at 9 1/4. I will set the thickness at 3/4, 0.75. I'll set the finish thickness to 0.375. I'm not going to leave an onion skin, so I'll leave that at 0. I'll come down to the feed rates, and for finishing I want that set at about 300. For the nose, about 200. For cutoffs, I want 250. For miters, I'll set it at 200, and for vertical axes, I'll set that also at 200. For the number of passes, I'm going to set all of them to 2. My cutoffs at 2, my miters at 2, and my offset at 2. I'm not going to do any peck drilling or drilling at all, so I just set that to no. And the next thing I need to do is add the material. The next step would be to add your fixture pins if you're using them. You've got to decide where you're going to place the first one, and I'll set that at 4 inches. For the second pin placement, I'll set it at 25. And for spacing between the rest of the pins, I'll set that at 24 inches. I will leave the safe distance at 1 inch. That means I can't cut any closer than that. Now I'll move on to my fixture. I'll leave my X, my Y, my Z the same. My W doesn't even count because I'm only using a single head, and I'll set my U at 29.75. That's the right side of my table. I could set that at 30, but here I'll set it at 29.75. Got to give it a name now, and I'll just call it left. Okay, now I add the fixture, and the next thing I've got to do is set my table, and this is for the viewer only. So I'll set this at 30, and my height I'll set at 240. My home position, I'm going to set U at 35. Doesn't really matter on this, but I'll set it at 35. I also want to set my file complete end axis position at 35. That's where it'll stop at. I want my control path to be WinCNC. I want my spindle speed control set to DA. I want my run type to be run normally. My machine type is going to be a single head on this one. I want to minimize on action to run. My cutoff direction should be outside to in. And I want to do on absolute positions. And that pretty much takes care of the setup. I'll have other videos that take care of some of the other stuff. Thanks for watching.